morning, children. Welcome to your English video lecture. Children, here in this video lecture, we are now going to move forward and I'm going to start your English literature part. Okay, here in this particular video, we are going to start a poem today, okay, by the name The Wonderful Words. This poem is from your book Honeysuckle, okay, and it is written by Maddie O'Neill. So children, today in this video we are going to see the poem. We are going to understand that what the poet wants to convey to us, what is the whole poem is about. This is what we are going to discuss in this particular video. So as you can see here, as you can see by the title, what is the meaning of this particular title, The Wonderful Words. So we all know actually that we know that for all of us, words are very important. Words are very important to convey our thoughts. Words are very important to discuss something among us. Words are important to to basically communicate with each other. So we all, as we all human, what makes us different from other living beings are just our language. This is something that is important between all of us. We know we have created a language, a world of words, a word a world where we know how to communicate, how to express what we want to say, how to tell other people what we are feeling, how to get our ideas out of our mind. So the most important thing for that is words, right? Everything that we want to convey, we want to communicate with our friends, we want to talk about certain things, everything is related to words. So basically here in this poem, what the poet has done is to here has presented in front of us that how important how important language is for human beings, how important language is among all the people, all the communicators, those who use language as a skill. Because language is not only a medium to communicate, it is not only a way to express your ideas, but is it is language is a skill. It is a skill to basically sharpen your ideas. As we all know that everyone in this world, they have their own mind, their processing is different, their thoughts are different. So just imagine a world where a person is there who has ideas, but he doesn't have the words, proper words to express this those ideas. And on the other hand, there is a person who has brilliant ideas, and he also have that language skill to present his sharp ideas in front of everyone. So the huge difference can be seen among those two people, that who has a very skillful sharp idea mind with ideas, but he also has a very skillful art of words, that is language. So also we all know that every human being at least know one language in their life, okay, through which they communicate with each other. So this is the whole whole poem is about, where the poet has discussed the role and importance of the language, okay. And also he has told us that language skill basically helps to sharp the ideas that we have inside our brain, inside our mind, okay. So now, student, let us get into the poem. So first of all, I am going to recite the poem in front of you, and after that, we will discuss, paragraph wise the explanation of the poem. So the name of the poem is The Wonderful Words. Never let a thought shrivel and die for want of a way to say it. For English is a wonderful game, and all of you can play it. All that you do is match the words to the brightest thought in your head, so that they come out clear and true, and handsomely groomed and fed. For many of the loveliest things have never yet been said. Words are the foods and dress of thoughts. They give it its body and swing. And everyone longing today to hear some fresh and beautiful things. But only words can free a thought from its prison behind your eyes. Maybe your mind is holding now a marvelous new surprise. Written by Mary O'Neill. So, children, this is the whole poem. Now, let us start paragraph wise explanation of the poem. Okay, so let us look into the first paragraph. Here is the first paragraph, and let us discuss it now. Never let a thought shrivel and die, for what of a way to say it. For English is a wonderful game, and all of you can play it. So now in this particular paragraph, what the poet is saying is that, we should never let our thoughts shrivel or die. Shrivel basically means shrink. Okay, we should never let our thoughts get shrinked or die just because we don't have a proper word to express that idea or thought. Okay, this is what the poet is saying, that we should never shrink our ideas, or let our thought die inside our brain just because we don't have proper word to express this. We don't have a proper way to communicate our thoughts to other. Try to He basically here is trying to say that English is a very wonderful game. Here, wonderful game is not referring to a game. Basically he here is trying to say that English is a very playful language, where the vocabulary of English is very vast, where the language in it the English language in itself is very vast, where the language has so much of treasure in it that if you try to learn it, or if you try to understand that language properly, you may or might have a word to express your ideas. So here, in the first stanza, the poet is just saying that we should never shrink our thoughts or ideas inside our brain, and try to find an appropriate word, or try to think about the language, that is the beautiful language here is English, which he feels that is a treasureful language, which has a long history, long vocabulary, where if you try to search for a proper word for your thoughts and thoughts and ideas, then you may you will find something that is suitable with the idea that is inside your head. Okay, now let's move on to the second paragraph. And yes, all that you do is match the words to the brightest thought in your head, so that they come out clear and true, and handsomely groomed and fed. For many of the loveliest things have never yet been said. So here what the poet is saying that the language is a very important part of everyone's life. It is very important for everyone to understand it, to to have this inside them, to he basically is encouraging everyone to learn the language and learn it correctly, so that you have those ideas to express, you have the words, proper words to express your ideas. So the poet here is saying that we all can play it. Play it means we all can learn it. Okay. He also is trying to say that there are many more ideas which are yet to be said. Yet because the language itself is a very vast vast area. So there are yet to be said. There are yet to be told. There are yet some words which are not conveyed to everyone, due to lack of knowledge of the word, due to lack of learning of the word, due to lack of skills of people. So he basically is trying to tell us that try to convey whatever is inside your head, try to find the proper word to express those ideas. Just because you don't have that word, you don't have the proper words to express what you feel, just because of that particular idea, don't leave your thought inside your brain, don't let it die. Try to convey it to other, try to use a proper word, try to find a proper word to convey your ideas. Just because you have lack of knowledge of words, just because you have lack of understanding of that particular section of the word, doesn't mean that you should let your thoughts die inside your brain. Try to find a word which is handsomely groomed, try to fed up your learning part, try to skill up your language part, try to get that skill. If you don't have it, try learn it. if you don't find the word, proper word, try to go out and learn that word. So this is what the poet is saying, that all human beings, everyone has this particular right to express their ideas. And for that, we all know that every human being has some idea inside their brain. Just because of the lack of words, they shut themselves down. This is not something that you should do. You should try to feel, try to understand, try to get the knowledge or skill of language, and learn the language effectively, efficiently, so that you can use that language in your daily life, because words are a very important part of a human life. We we want words to express other our ideas, and not only to express our ideas, but we also require words to get the ideas from others. If we want that people, they what they are saying, we want to understand that particular thing, so we should know the or have the knowledge of the word that they are using. This is what the poet is saying. Okay, now moving forward, children. Words are the food and dress of thoughts. They give it its body and swing, and everyone longing today to hear some fresh and beautiful things. But only words can free a thought from its prison behind your eyes. Maybe your mind is holding now a marvelous new surprise. So, what the poet is saying here? The poet is saying here that words are the food and dress of our thoughts. If we want to take out, if we want to present ourselves, what we do, we dress ourselves. Yeah, right, we dress ourselves, we try to present ourselves beautifully. Similarly, if we want to present our thought in front of other people, we have to dress that word properly. We have to give the word proper food, and the thought proper food. And what is the thought, the dress and food for the thought, that is words. If you what basically, if we want to present ourselves, we should be properly dressed, right? So similarly, if we want to present our thought properly, the words that we are using should be presentable. If I want to say this particular thing is blue, I should use the word blue, not red, right? So similarly, if we want to address what is inside my head, what is the thought that I am thinking about, the word that I am using should be relevant to that particular thought. Okay, this is what the poet is trying to tell us, that for knowing that what is the correct food or dress for our thought right now, is most important that we should understand that what is the role and importance of that language. The role and importance of that language is to understand that language, get deep information about the language, get deep knowledge about the language. We all have a one language in our life that we use constantly. Like for us, that is Hindi, but try to learn other languages. You might have heard this particular quote where which basically means that person who knows language properly, or more languages, they have more understanding power. Why? Because language is something that is not just you can learn out there, go out there and learn everything. No, you have to give time for that skill to grow. You have to give your focus to that skill. The language is not something that you get, it is something that is a skill, that is an art. We all have a language in our life, we know we have that language, but just knowing the language is not important. The knowledge of that particular language is very important. Why? What is the reason? That we all know that we know Hindi from our childhood, right? This is a very common language that we use. Then why is it important for you all to study that particular subject? And if you feel that you are very good at that subject, that subject, why don't you get 100 out of 100 in that subject? It's because you don't have the proper knowledge of that subject. Correct, students? So it is very important to know the language, but more important is to know the skill, know the whole the language properly, so that you can convey your thoughts properly. This is what the poet is basically trying to tell us, that what is inside our head must become out, must be come out, or we should try to present our ideas in front of everyone. And for that, we should choose something which we should find a word which is proper, or relevant to that thought. Okay, and now what he is saying, that everyone is longing to, learn something new. Everyone is longing to hear something beautiful, something fresh. Like if we normally use you are looking good, okay, if I say to a student that you look good today, it's normal reaction, thank you ma'am. But if I just change a word, and if I say you look marvelous, so basically you can see the difference, the reaction will be different. Why? Because the word that I have used in the second sentence is very beautifully presented, as the feel of that word is very fancy, something fresh. So that is the reason the poet is trying to say that, learn language, try to incorporate that language in your life, try to learn the skill or art of the language. And why we need the language, it is because if we learn the language, then we will be able to, free our ideas from our mind, from the prison of our mind, prison behind our eyes. Prison basically here is referring to the thought which is inside our brain, which is inside our mind. So here the poet has presented this particular line to the thought which is inside our brain, a prison behind our eyes. And what is the way to get the thought from the prison out? It is through our words. So try to learn the language, try to incorporate the skill of learning the language. This is what the poet is saying. And he also says that maybe there is an idea that you are holding, and when you speak up, when you try to understand, find the appropriate words to speak up, you will be surprised by the marvelous idea that you had inside your brain. So, children, this is the whole poem, and I hope that all of you understood this poem. So, try to read this poem by yourself also, so that the recitation of the poem, you can get it properly and clearly. Okay, children. So, children, here I will be ending the video. Thank you and have a nice day.